I'll just rip out the harmonica, hit a little solo. It's hard to hit the harmonica while you're smiling. What's up, GQ? It's the Suga Show, and these are my 10 essentials. You always gotta have the Suga Show gloves. You never know when you're gonna get in a fight, when you need to beat someone up and you need to protect your hands. You can't be beating people up out there, hurting your hands, especially when they're your money makers. So you gotta be able to throw these bad boys on and protect them. Some days it's kickboxing where you will use the bigger gloves, and then the MMA days you'll use smaller gloves so you'll be able to grapple and wrestle more. It's hard to grapple and wrestle with the boxing gloves. A lot of influencers and celebrities are getting into boxing, which is sweet. I think that's a perfect way to settle beef. I wish more people would have beef and then kind of, box. If I ever do a boxing match, I think it'll be similar to like when Conor fought Floyd, when it's the pay-per-view king in the UFC versus another pay-per-view king in boxing. So Ryan Garcia, Gervonta Davis, those are two guys that I could see myself potentially boxing in 5 to 6 years. I truly believe I could beat one of those guys. It would be a very difficult challenge. MMA fighting is definitely harder than boxing. That's the reason you don't see any boxers going over to MMA. You see a bunch of MMA guys trying to go over to boxing. It hasn't really worked out too well, but you don't even see boxers come into MMA. I game every day, so I couldn't bring my whole PC setup, but this is the second best thing. It's a gaming laptop. A huge part of my life is streaming every day. When I went to Abu Dhabi and fought, I was there for 3 weeks. I had my whole stream set up, so I was able to not only game, but I was able to stream. I get obsessed with one game. It was like Fortnite for like 3 years. Now it's Call of Duty Warzone 2. Well, if I try to get in gunfights with the good guys, I end up dying, so I'm kind of like running behind the good guys. Started streaming about 6 years ago when I got signed to the UFC. I was like, might as well make money while I'm gaming. I've been gaming my entire life. I started, getting a following, and it kind of just translated over to, now that I game, people want to watch, and it makes it a lot more enjoyable. My next essential is jewelry. Once I started making a little bit of money, I started buying some nice things. I started getting into watches. That was also because my boy Steve, he gifted me this iced out AP, one of my favorite watches. I got an iced out Cardi. The clean looking Rolex, can't have everything iced out. Got the UFC Timex watch. I had to get the Richard recently, being #1 in the world, about to fight for the title. Got to flex on people out here. The Richard was $100, by far the most expensive jewelry I bought so far. There's this other Richard I really, really like. My boy Neil might be sitting at the press conference. I might buy it right then and there, right after I win, so we'll see. It started with the little Suga chain. Got a couple little diamonds on there. I think right after my first UFC fight. Now we moved up to the Big Daddy Suga chain. I think I paid $2,500 for it, and then I think I paid $1,000 to get the diamonds on there. I had to get a couple Cubans. This one's probably my fattest piece. This one's heavy. You gotta have a couple little humble chains. You gotta have the little gold pieces. You have to have every color just in case. You never know what you're gonna be wearing. My next essential is a little Suga Show condom. Something about latex, something. Lil Wayne said it best. You always gotta have a little rubber on you at all times, just in case a little mamacita walks up on you. You better be safe than sorry. We did a Valentine's Day drop, and it was kind of like the first 100 people to get some of the clothing, we'll throw in a condom with you. So make sure you guys are out there practicing safe sex. My next essential, it's gotta be my harmonica. It just came from streaming. I think my buddy Tim might have just said, I bet I can play the harmonica better than you, and we both ordered one. But now it's kind of just came in. Every time I'm streaming, someone hits me with a dono or drops some gifted subs, I'll just rip out the harmonica, hit a little solo. It's hard to hit the harmonica while you're smiling too, so. For my next essential, it'll be the Suga robe. No matter what you're doing, whether you're staying home, traveling, you always gotta be comfortable. The hotel robes just don't cut it. Oh, Suga robe does. And how do you find a good robe? You go to sugashop.co, you click add to cart, you click proceed to checkout, you fill out your credit card information, fill out your address, click buy. Might as well leave this on for the rest of the interview. I'm very comfy. Next essential item would be a good pair of sunglasses. You always gotta be looking good. If I'm at the club, I have to have glasses on, because if I'm faded, I feel like I'm invisible when I got my glasses on. I feel like nobody can see me and I can act extra foolish. I like these white Versaces. I like these pink Versaces. These ones kind of fit my style. Loud, obnoxious like me a little bit. For the most part, I don't really wear sunglasses inside unless maybe I'm at a press conference. It's part of the style, I'm looking good. And pretty much 99% of the time at the club, I'll have some shades on. For my next essential, this is one of my favorites. It is a Volcano Vaporizer. One of the healthiest ways to use cannabis. It's a very powerful medicine for me. Also, you gotta have the sugar grinder to grind up the medicine for the vaporizer, the Volcano. Of course, we got the gold edition, because why not? You put a bag on this thing, heat it up to the perfect temperature. There's a couple different temperature options here. I like to do a light temperature. I feel like it gives me a very clear-headed high, more so than like a joint or a bong or a pipe. Click this little green button and it blows it up. You're high. As easy as that. All right, for my next essential, believe it or not, it's more sugar stuff. We got the sugar beanie, because sometimes, believe it or not, I wake up, my hair's not looking too good. We got the sugar socks, because you gotta stay looking good. There's the Valentine's Day drop. Of course, it's pink. A little sugar bag to carry your sugar condom in. I'm 28 now. I started kickboxing when I was 16, so I started fighting basically when I was 16 as well. Very shortly after that, I'd sell very, very shitty, horrible made like sugar merch already. So, I've been wanting to do it. I just had gotten to a point to where I could team up with a good company that can make good quality stuff. And I've been passionate about merch since I was like 16, 17 years old. I could see Suga being a brand like a Gucci or Versace and it being a very high-end brand and not even being associated necessarily with me as a fighter, but Suga as a brand. If you were one of the first 100, you got the Suga condom, so you're welcome. And for my final essential will be the sneakers. These are the J Balvin's collab with Nike. These are probably one of my favorite pair of shoes. I like to stand out and be colorful. If you guys didn't know, I wouldn't say I'm super into shoes. I just like colorful stuff. So if it's colorful, I'll probably cop it. The most expensive shoes I bought were probably around $900. So not too bad, nothing too crazy. I like running, so I'm always trying to find the best actual like running shoes, whether it's Asics or Brooks. So having an actual like an athletic collab would be really cool. GQ, thank you guys for having me. Make sure you guys tune into my next fight. I will be fighting for the title.